Welcome back to another live with Design Bundles. We are excited because we're going to show you how to make those family welcome signs. So, you get the little wreath and it says the family, but how do you insert the last name? Well, today I'm going to show you how to work with those files. So we're going to show you inside of Cricut Design Space, and then I'm going to walk you through making the file as well. Now, I wanted to talk about our chat. We get a ton of questions, and I want to make sure that I'm able to answer everybody. So last time, we've got way more than we could ever expect. So what we're actually going to do, we're working on some really cool stuff. Like I said, we're going to work on some super stickers too. So those are going to be coming soon. But for the super chat, if you guys leave a super chat, we're going to make those comments first priority. So we just wanted to let you guys know that right away. So if you want to make sure that your answer is your question is answered, make sure you guys do that, and we'll definitely bump those to the top. So we are going to go ahead and get ready. Oh, by the way, we are doing a giveaway today. So we are going to, the one winner is going to get to pick a bundle of your choice. So use hashtag bundle today for a chance to win. So I'm super, super excited about this giveaway because the fact that you get to pick your very own bundle is a ton of fun. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining. I see we've got Ohio. I see we had Maine. Always looking forward. Thank you so much, Roberta. Also from Ohio. Welcome, welcome from New York. So today I'm going to walk you guys. I've already cut out today, so you guys know I'm going to walk you guys through Cricut Design Space in a minute. But to save a little bit of time, please excuse my voice. I am a little bit sick today. So to save a little bit of time, if you guys don't mind, I went ahead and pre-cut these. But I'm going to walk you guys all the way through the steps in the Cricut Design Space. So don't worry. So let's go over the supplies. Today I'm using this gray right here from Avery. So this is Avery Permanent. It's one of my favorites as well. We've got it linked down below for you guys. If we don't, we'll definitely do it after. I do believe that we have some of our favorite adhesives though down below. Hello from Seattle. Welcome, welcome. You guys let me know, how is the weather? Make sure you use that hashtag bundles for a chance to win at the end. And remember, we're going to do Q&A at the very end. So stay tuned for that. So here is our gray Avery. And then I also am using my favorite Starcraft matte black. So you guys know when I make these signs, I highly recommend using the matte colors because it looks like paint. So if you don't want it to look like vinyl and you really want it to look like paint, highly recommend using those matte colors. I'm using these 12-inch wood rounds. Now, I got these from Amazon. They're super thin. They're about like this, but this is what a lot of people that are making these wood rounds that are selling them on Etsy are using. And I think it came with like a 12-pack. We linked it down below, I do believe. It came with a 12-pack maybe of these, and it was pretty affordable to keep on hand. So they look like this. And what I did was I painted it with this white chalk paint right here from Starcraft. So I used this right here. You can use whatever paint that you have on hand. I really love chalk paint because it dries really fast. I talk about that. Hello from Massachusetts. Hello from North Georgia. Welcome, welcome from Alabama. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So just use a little foam brush here. I painted this. I set it aside. So before you get started with Cricut Design Space or your project, highly recommend start painting this first, and that way it can be drying. So I just did one coat, but I probably would actually have done two. So I don't know if you guys can tell or not. It's a little bit like a whitewash. Hello from Canada. Love the color. Thank you so much, Roberta. Good morning from South Korea. How exciting, Joe. All right, so I've talked about all these. I've got a squeegee tool and I've got my transfer tape. So I've got everything here ready. So let's go ahead and switch our screen over here. I'm going to move back to my face really quick. And then we're going to switch our screen over to Cricut Design Space. All right, I think we've got it. All right, so I can't see your guys' comments at the moment. So just bear with me. But remember, we're going to do a Q&A at the end. So leave your comments down below. And also use that hashtag bundles for a chance to win a bundle of your choice. So we're going to draw a winner if you're watching live at the very end. And then, but once again, while you're joining us, let us know what you guys are crafting today. Let me know how the weather is and where you're from. All right, so the very first thing I've done is I've already brought in my file. So this file right here is linked down below. It is only 1+ credit if you guys are a Plus member. I'm sure you guys have even bought some of our bundles from our dollar deals in the past. We've had huge bundles, which we still have bundles with files like this. So once you get these files, you're like, how do I use this? So a lot of times, like I used to get confused in the beginning, if you're a newbie, is where's the last name? But of course, we have the last name, so how do we insert it? So what you want to do is, bring in another font, usually just more of a basic font for the last name, unless you want to do script. So you're going to bring in your file here. And as you can see, it's actually in a couple different pieces here. So the family is black, and I'm going to have my font the same way here in a second. And then I have my gray layer right here. So the very first thing I'm actually going to do is size this down. So I'm just going to select all to make sure everything is selected. And I'm going to just adjust it. So my wood round is actually a 12-inch wood round. So I actually did mine 11.5, but I would recommend doing 11.25, just like so, and get that down. And I'm going to bring my screen up right here at the bottom. You can actually do that right here. All right, so I've got this sized out. So I know it's zoomed out, but this is sized at 11.25. I selected everything, and that way I have enough room on my outer edge. So if you were doing, say, for example, the 15-inch wood rounds, which is obviously a more bigger size, I think, for your door, that would be more suitable. The 18-inch or 15-inch. 15-inch, you would want to do 14.25. All right, so we've got our design here. So the font that I'm using today, I've linked it down below. It's also OnePlus credit, is Corners Market. So I'm going to click on text right here, and then I'm going to type out, I'm going to go ahead and do it first. I'm going to type out Thomas. Let me see, a capital Thomas. You can do all caps, whatever you want to. I'm going to go ahead and type this out first, bring it down so you guys can see. Now with it clicked, I'm going to click where it says font right here, and I'm going to search for that corner market. Now, as I start to type out that, it's going to pop up right here, Corner Market. Now, I wanted to show you guys a trick today because I know I always forget to show you guys this. If you download your fonts on your computer and you already have Cricut Design Space open, it's not going to bring it in right away. So remember, if you already have Cricut Design Space open and you download the font after the fact, it's not going to bring it in until you exit out of Cricut Design Space and come back in. Now, a quick way to do that is save this file really quick. So come over here to save it. And then if you come up here to the very top of your computer where it says, you'll see Cricut Design Space and all this, you can actually go to View and you can click on Reload. So if you ever need to reload Cricut Design Space, you don't have to completely exit out of this. This goes for anything. If it freezes, hover right up here to View, and you can even click Force Reload. So once you reload, your font's going to be available. Now, as you can see, I need to change it changed to an N over here. So it's already changed it for us, and it made it capital because this is the type of font that it is, right? So it's all caps. So here's my font. So I'm going to go ahead and size this out where I want it. I love this one. I thought it looked super adorable with this. And I'll kind of get this, I'll just kind of hovering where I want it. So I actually think I'll bring that size down just a little bit more. Something about like this looks good to me. So once I'm happy with this, I'm actually going to connect the and family. So I'm going to come over here to the right-hand side. I'm going to hold down family, hold my shift button on my keyboard, click on the, as well as my Thomas. And then I'm going to click either attach or weld. So I'll just go ahead and hit attach. They're all going to change the same color. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to click on those again, click on the group, and I'm going to change it to black. There we go. And I'm going to change, because I have it grouped, I'm going to change this outer layer here to that lighter gray. Boom. Oh, nope, I need to ungroup it. Hold on. So we're actually going to come right here. I'm going to select everything. Let's see. Make sure I select everything. And I need to ungroup it. Hold on one second. I did this earlier. There we go. Let me hit ungroup. I just had everything. Hold on one second. Let me go backwards. I messed up somewhere. Hold on, guys. Let me go backwards before I attach it. There we go. Forward. There we go. I should be able to ungroup it now. So before I actually attach the Thomas family, I'm actually going to come up here and click the ungroup because I want this piece to be separate. See what I'm talking about? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select family, shift, the, and Thomas, and then I'm going to click attach. There we go. So now I have this layer and this layer. So now how do we get the T behind it? Now you could use the same T. For example, I'm going to go to text. I'm going to type out T and I'll size it out. So you can see this is the T. I made that way too big for the corner market, the one that I used. So you can use this, but I really want to find one that is more bold. So simply for those background letters, I just come to text and I'll search for, go back into font. I'll actually just search for like an Arial font. So I'll just start to type in AR. And I'll pick just an Arial font, like I said, and type out that T. So something just as basic as that will work just as fine for us. So I'm going to go ahead and size this out. And then I'm just going to center this up. So I'm going to size it out until I'm happy. So something about like this, making sure it's centered. Now I want it to be that same color gray as our wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of here, back on it, click on that lighter gray, like so. And then I'm going to hold down my T and my wreath, and I'm going to attach those 2 layers there. And I'm going to change it to lighter just so we can see there. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and go to arrange and send to the back. Perfect. So that's how easy it is. I know I made it more difficult than what it is. So it's super easy. So basically, whenever you guys get these files, you're going to bring in your own, whatever's your favorite font, like I said, whether it is a script font. Sorry, guys, I have a tickle in my throat. Whether it is a script font, you can just bring in whichever one that you absolutely love. Now to cut this out, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make sure once again, these 3 right here, I believe they are attached. Okay. Everything should be attached like it's supposed to be. All right. Perfect. So if I go to make it, now once again, I already started out by sizing this out. So this is already the size I need it to be. I'm going to tell it we're going to cut on the mat because we are using the Cricut Explorer 3. If you were using the Cricut Explorer 2, you're already going to be using the mat. But if you were using smart material, you could tell it without the mat. So I'm going to hit done. And then we are going to, this is actually a little bit bigger because I forgot. Maybe I didn't size it back down. Let's hit cancel. Select everything. I think oh, there it was. Let me change my height to 11.25. Back to make it. It should be on a 12 by 12 mat. All right, so on the mat, done. And there we go. So here is our first layer here. So we have the gray layer and then we have the black layer. So to cut these out, we're just going to go ahead and hit continue. And then for me, whether I'm using a matte or I'm using permanent, honestly, I always choose premium vinyl permanent glossy. I just do it every time. My cut comes out absolutely perfect. So whether it is, and this is for the permanent ones, whether it's glossy or matte, I just definitely choose those. And as you can see, it's just ready to load and cut it out. But we've already done that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and drop our camera back down here so we can get ready to make our project. So here we go, guys. All right. So make sure you guys use the hashtag bundle. I know I keep saying hashtag bundles, but it's actually hashtag bundle. So if you guys want a chance today, our giveaway, we are going to let you choose a bundle of your choice. And so all you have to do to enter is click a hashtag bundle. So no S on the end, just hashtag bundle for a chance to win. We're going to do a giveaway at the end. Now, remember, if you guys have any questions, definitely leave those comments down below. Hello from New York. All right, so let's get started here. Also, I want to know down below, have you guys made one of these? Or are you guys going to be recreating it? Another thing I want to say before I actually get started is, if you guys do recreate any of our projects, make sure you guys use hashtag design bundles or hashtag design bundles live, because we would love to see your projects. And I do believe that we are going to start doing giveaways with those. So if you guys start sharing those projects with us, I think we're going to start picking some winners from those as well. So use those hashtags. Love the bundles and dollar event. Thank you so much, Jessica. All right, so I'm going to scoot these out of our way and we're going to get ready. I need a pair of scissors here because our first layer we're going to work with is our T. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready. Hashtag bundles will definitely be recreating. Yay, haven't made a wood round yet. You're going to have to try one for sure. They're my absolutely favorite. Now listen, guys, I made a project last night for y'all. Y'all aren't going to see it for a couple months. It's the St. Patrick's thing. I made it with a glow forge. I'm telling you guys, y'all are going to be so excited. I can't wait. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and spread this out. Sorry about the sound. And we are going to drop it down. You guys already know, hashtag taco. We're going to drop it down like a taco. And then we are going to go ahead and cut this just like so. Now, let me know, do you guys already know what bundle, since you guys get to pick the bundle today? I told you guys, I'm so excited about that. Nothing more fun than you guys being able to pick your own bundle. So do you guys already have a bundle in mind? Yes or no? I would love to know. Is it something that's going to be in your cart? I'm definitely going to make some wood rounds to try this. Yay! I'm so excited. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just using my little squeegee here to pick all of this up. And I really hope I didn't confuse you guys over there in Cricut Design Space. I think my brain's just not working with me, right? Since I'm not feeling good. But I definitely think we're going to be back to our normal self next Monday. So stay tuned. I do believe we have a really fun live for you guys as well. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell. And also, if you guys love this, if you guys could give me some love by hitting the like button down below, it really helps us out a lot as well. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just picking these pieces up. My favorite teacher, Crystal. Oh, thank you so much, Happy Crane. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I just love hanging out with you guys. You guys are way too kind to me. I absolutely love you guys so, so much. All right. So we're going to bring back in our wood round. Now for me, I sized this to 11.5. And because of my little stems here, I don't know why. I mean, you would think because this is my brain thinking. It's a 12-inch wood round. And you would think, so you guys know my little cute handy dandy measure here. If it's 12 inches and I bring it to 11.5, you guys would think that gives me, I mean, a little bit of wiggle room, right? Some of these little stems are sticking off and I measured it. And so if I measure this, it's actually, no, I did mess up. I think I did cut this at 12 inches. I think I cut it at 12 inches. So that's okay. But like I said, there's a couple little stems I may have to cut off. So definitely do yours 11.5 or 11.25. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and a Valentine's Day bundle. Hey, that is amazing. That's super, super smart. Have you guys seen these super, super cute gnomes over there on Design Bundles? They are with the Glowforge and then you make them with macrame. Oh my gosh, they're so stinking adorable. I think I'm going to make some and show you guys with our next live because we're doing like a Glowforge live, I believe. I'm going to make them just so you guys can see them. I've already determined. All right, so now I'm going to get ready to hover down over this like a taco. So I'm actually going to, I may try to stand up just so I can see. I'm trying to visually see. Also, a way to do this perfectly is get a parchment paper and put that down as well. But I think my thing is too big to do it. So I'm just going to roll with it. All right, y'all cross your fingers and hope for the best. We're just going to roll with it. All right. I think we're pretty centered, right? It's looking pretty good. I think it's pretty centered. All right. Looks good. Now, like I said, I think I'm going to have to take off a couple little pieces down here. So that looks really, really good. Now, you could also do the parchment paper, like I said. So you could definitely put a piece of that parchment paper in between this so you can really see where you're going. And that's what I would highly recommend. But because I wouldn't really had anywhere to kind of stick this, I just kind of rolled with it. So all right, let's see. I got a Glowforge. How exciting. I'm so excited for you. Now, I've done now, I think, 3 cuts total because I'm really starting to dive into videos for you guys. You guys will start to see them really soon. I am loving it. I am obsessed. Is one of the best things that we have ever got. I am so, so excited. I cannot wait for all of the projects, like I said, to be showing you guys. And like, I'm going to try to think outside the box too and show you designs that you may not think about using with your Glowforge, just to show you guys that you can really use any of our SVGs and PNGs to do that. Now, also want to show you guys, if you guys are using Glowforge and you guys are a Gold Plus member, make sure you guys are using our Designscape. I'm going to start showing you guys because you can actually rotate everything you need to do. All of the stuff that you guys need to do for Glowforge, you can do it on our Designscape because you're already paying for the membership. So that way you guys have access to all of those things that you need. All right, so I've smoothed everything out. So just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this at an angle here. I think I've got a few pieces trying to stay. Let me come over here. All right. So nice and slowly. Now for this layer here, this one is a gloss because I didn't have it in matte this gray. But like I said, I do highly recommend for your wood signs, if you haven't already tried matte adhesive vinyl, highly recommend. I accidentally tore a leg off, but that's okay. I highly recommend because it looks like paint, like I said. So if you ever wonder, why would I choose matte? Because it looks like paint. It's fabulous. Still can get a, in the UK. Oh no, hopefully they're going to bring the Glowforge to the UK soon. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for you. Bundles in my cart. Yay. So you already know what you've got going on. It's cool. I need some tutorials on Designscape. We're really going to work on that this year because I really want to show you guys how amazing that program is. And so I am really going to work hard on showing you guys a lot of tutorials using that Designscape so you guys know what to do. It is so easy to use and there's so many features that I really think that you guys would love, not only with, your Glowforge, with sublimation. It's going to be perfect if you guys have a sublimation printer, even if it's a Sawgrass, because you can drag and drop. You can use it with all sorts of different things, even your Cricuts and things like that. So, all right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get ready. So you guys see that I just kind of trimmed off that one. I was telling you how I'm going to have a little bit of an overhang. You can kind of fold them over, which you wouldn't have that problem because you would size yours correctly. But look how cute this is by itself. It's gorgeous. Now with these wood rounds, by the way, you can drill a little hole in here for your hanger, or you can staple on some wire on the back, whatever you prefer. And you can paint front and back if you want to. Let's see. Thank you so much. We have, let's see, Ali Poo 88. Let's see. Maybe use the 12-inch circle on Designscape to make sure it fits our design space. That is true. I definitely should have done it. That is a very good tip. Thank you so much for that. Yes, I do. I think that's a very good tip, is using a circle so that way you can see exactly how it is going to fit on your wood round. I love it. Thank you so much. All right. So we are going to get our next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm using that same transfer tape because you guys know we can use these over and over again. So I'm just going to trim it down like so. And we're going to get ready for our next layer here. All right. Now about these wood rounds, I wanted to say too, these would be perfect too for a big wreath. So if you got a big wreath, you could actually hot glue this on the side or get a string and hang it in the center. Or if you did a little bit of a smaller wood round and put it on your wreath as well, would be gorgeous. Now I am working on a couple spaces. I'm trying to work on some photography spaces, if you will, because I really want to work on displaying these a little bit better for you guys after the fact so we can get some super cute photos up for y'all so y'all can see some different ideas. So we're working on some stuff for 2022, y'all. Now, if y'all want to see something specific, let us know down below. Do you want to see more Cricut videos? Do you want to see, do you want to see more silhouette videos? Maybe you want to see Glowforge. Do you want to see some sewing tutorials, embroidery? You guys let me know down below. What do you want to see? And I'm going to make it happen for y'all for 2022. All right, so I am going to hover. I'm using my camera in front of me to try to see where I'm going. So once again, I may be off a little bit. So just pray for me. I think we got it pretty good. All right, so I went down just like so. And then now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to smooth everything out. So as you guys can see, this was pretty easy. This is pretty beginner friendly. But once again, I know that it gets confusing sometimes with these files because it's like, well, how do we get the last name, And so you can use script fonts, you can use solid fonts, whatever you would like, or even just doing T. If you wanted to just do that T with a wreath and delete out the family, you could definitely do so. So I'm holding it at an angle here, just like that. And I'm going to bring it up so you guys can see a little better because I want to show you guys that difference. See that gloss? See how it's shining off of the light like that? But if you notice with that black one, it's not doing it because it's matte. So it looks like it's painted, where the glossy one, you can tell that it's vinyl. You see what I'm saying? So if you would use the matte ones, it will look like you stenciled this on instead of using the vinyl. But how gorgeous is this? Cricut and sewing. Thank you so much. I want to work on some sewing tutorials for you guys. Let's see, love the gray, Designscape. I have no clue. We're going to dive into that super strong this year, so stay tuned for that. I've already been working on a few things, so that is definitely coming. So here you guys go. How super cute is this? I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Make sure you guys are using hashtag bundles, and we are going to go ahead and get ready for Q&A. And there you guys have it. How super cute is this? I love it. Now, I think this is a pretty good size. And what I would personally do is get some really thin, like floral wire or something like that. And I would just staple it right on the back here. Just pay attention to the size of the staples that you're going to get. You're going to want those super short ones. Or you could hot glue and things like that. Or, staple some ribbon on here. I definitely think like jute twine would also be super cute. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Now, if you guys have any comments, we're going to get to those right now. So drop them down below. Let's see. I do have one question for you on the same. Let's see. But can you use infusible ink? So if you're talking about for the sign, with infusible ink, if it has coating. So if you guys seen our video a while back, we have it here on the channel. So you can Google, can you sublimate wood? And on our channel, there is a coating that you can actually put on this wood. And then, yes, you could use infusible ink. Let's see, did you put anything on the board first? Yes, I did. So I painted it with chalk paint first. So I used Starcraft chalk paint. I'm not sure. I think that blurs out, but it's Starcraft chalk paint. I do believe that we have it down below. And then I just used a little foam brush to do that. And I'm not going to seal it with anything. Now, if you wanted to, you could definitely come back in with like Krylon matte clear paint, clear coat, and you can spray that as well. Oh, let's see. What kind of transfer tape did you use? I missed it. I used this transfer tape. I believe this is called Magic Mask. Don't quote me on that. It is from 143 Vinyl. But I use a variety. You could definitely even use clear contact paper from the Dollar Tree. It's that stuff that you line your drawers and shelves with, and you can get it from the Dollar Tree for $1. You can grab that stuff locally. But I do believe that I think we dropped some down in the comments or in the description, if you will. Let's see. Will this be okay? Yes, it will. So this will hold up outside as long as, because it is this thinner wood. Now, usually on the door frame, it has that overhang, so it's not really getting rained on. I wouldn't recommend for it because it is wood. I wouldn't recommend it to be just outside in the yard getting poured on. But if it's underneath like an awning for your door, is that what you call those? Like the little door stoops? You know what I'm talking about. That's going to protect a little bit, but you would probably want to go ahead and put like a clear coat Krylon at that point. Krylon, the clear coat, the matte. I like the matte one. That's what I would recommend. Let's see. Is Designscape for the Plus members? Yes. If you are a Gold Plus member, Designscape is for the Gold Plus members, and it's free. You'll have access to that. Let's see. Hashtag bundles. Can you take a sand block to those edges? Yes, you can. So I know like you could definitely take a sand block to these if you wanted to. So like where I brought that piece over as well. But if you wanted to smooth this out. Now this is pretty smooth. You may see some rugged from where I painted, but yes, you definitely could. Let's see. Can you also use a pizza pan? Yes, you can. So I don't know if you guys have seen where people are purchasing. If that's something you guys want to see down below, just put the number 1 because I get it from the Dollar Tree down below and I will do that. So from the Dollar Tree, they have these like pizza pans. And I know that everybody buys those to make these door hangers. So if you guys want to see me make the Dollar Tree door hangers using the pizza pan, just put the number 1 down below and I will make that happen very soon. Let's see. Would the staple punch through? No, that's what I was saying. So if you were going to the staple gun, so like I have a staple gun that takes the different sizes. There's really thin ones. It definitely would not. And especially once you have your wire and stuff, you should have enough to be able to get it through. Sorry about that. You should have enough to where it's not going to go all the way through. So definitely make sure it is the thinner staples. Now, if you guys remember, okay, if you guys are OG crafters. Do you guys remember that little tiny staple gun from Tim Holtz in the craft section? And I believe there still is one available, maybe different brands or Hobby Lobby brands. But you would go to the craft store and get it, and it was by Tim Holtz, and it was a tiny staple gun. That's what we need. It would be perfect. All right, what was the name of the font used? I know, yes. So this one is, let me double check here really quick. I know it's down below. Let me try to put it in the comments for you guys really quick. But let me go back to my canvas just to double check because I think it was Corner Market, but I want to make sure. So let me go here really quickly. 1 second. I know I think it was Corner Market, but I want to make sure. Like I said, I'll drop it down for you guys. Yes, it is Corner Market, and it is only 1 plus credit. So if you guys are a plus member, it is only 1 plus credit. All right, I think this was, okay, yes, you can find it here. So we've dropped it down for you guys. Once again, only 1 plus credit. I think that was the last question. So let's get ready for I was going to say Q&A, guys. Y'all, I'm sick. Let's get ready for a giveaway. Good luck to everybody today. I am so excited. And I hope you guys enjoy your bundle to whoever wins. Let's go ahead and hit the draw button here. Good luck. Good luck. So excited for you guys. I am so excited. I cannot wait. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Charlene. Am I saying that right? Congratulations, Charlene. How exciting. Make sure you guys reach out to mail@designbundles.net. So it's mail@designbundles.net to claim your prize. So all you need to do is send an email over, let them know that you won on the live here today, and you can start crafting with your bundle today. So definitely go check out the site, figure out what bundle you want, and let us know. So congratulations again to Charlene. I am so thankful that you guys joined us today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, if you guys recreate this, we want to see all of your projects. Make sure you guys are using hashtag design bundles or hashtag design bundles live, so that way we can see those. Once again, I think we're going to work on something for 2022 for those. So make sure you guys are sharing. We want to see them. And once again, thank you guys so much for joining us, and I will see you guys on the next one.